Hello? It's 10 o'clock. I know I'm in the right spot. I'm gonna wait before I start delving in till I have a couple people on here. So when you're on, when you pop on, I can see a couple people popping on, but when you're on, just give me a thumbs up or hearts or whatever that you can hear me okay, that you can see me okay, that we're good, and we'll go. Hey Caitlin, hey Sam. Hi guys, hi Becca, hey Jamie. So, oh, thumbs up, we're good. Everybody's okay. Hey Des. So, awesome. I am legit terrified of this. I woke up super early this morning, which is huge because I'm not a morning person at all. Sick to my stomach. I have absolutely had to pee like a minimum of 17 times this morning, just from waking up till now. I've had to pee that many times, and I have legit actually peed that many times. That's how nervous I am about this. That's how nauseating this is to me, is doing this. I can write amazingly, but I am not a public speaker. So please bear with me while I try to fumble my way through this. My daughter has ADD, and I think she probably got it from me. So if I'm all over the place, please help me keep on track. But I'm really, really excited about this. As nervous as I am, and as much as this gives me major anxiety, it's something that's hard for me, that I like, and it makes me grow. So, Caitlin, thank you. I'm not good. I'm terrified. I'm terrified always, but this will be okay. So you guys are gonna have to help me through it. So, let me start from the beginning. My topic is a little bit different than the topics that we've had thus far. We've had really amazing, phenomenal trainings and lessons on different things pertaining to being a mascara artist, whether it's color matching or troubleshooting or actually makeup application, or how to be efficient at customer service, or following up with our customers, things like that. Those are all freaking fantastic, amazing, and phenomenal, and I have learned a ton. I have notes and notes and notes from all of these lessons that we've had thus far. And I'm super, super excited about this topic. Number one, because it 100% applies to me. And I know that it applies to a lot of you too. A lot of artists come in and they're terrified that they have no idea what they're doing, no experience, no background whatsoever in the beauty industry, let alone makeup. And here we are professing to be makeup artists, where we're supposed to know what we're doing. It's our job to know what we're doing, right? Well, guess what? I started this job and I had no idea. So, hi guys. So because I have such huge, major ADD, I have to leave the comments rolling so that I can feel like I'm actually talking to somebody. But if I pay attention to them, I'll be lost. I'll be gone it'll just will not work out. So I apologize that I'm not responding to your comments, but I absolutely 100% will. Once this is over, I'll go back, and if there's any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask your questions. I don't know that you necessarily would have any questions for me regarding this topic, but if you do, please ask them, and I will get back to them as soon as we're done. But I can't answer them during this, or else I'm toast. So, as you can see on my profile, my name is Lanae Davis. I live in Utah. I've been a mascara artist for 1.5 years. I did not start on day one. I wish that I had, but I didn't. But having not started on day one, kind of was actually a good thing for me. And I'll explain that in a little bit. I gotta get rid of this notification, sorry. I live in Utah. I live in northern Utah with my family. I have a smoking hot husband. He is a babe. He's amazing. He takes incredible care of me and our kids. I have 5 kids. He had 3 from a previous marriage, and I had 2, and then we got married, so we have the 5. So his 3 are his, my 2 are mine, but we're all one. That's how we operate. We're all one. I have 5 kids. So and the majority of their growing up was in our home anyway, full time. So I really did raise 5 kids. And I was working full time. I was a busy mom with these crazy kids that half of them didn't like me because I was a stepmom, but I was busy working, but I had this amazing husband and my 2 little kids, and we just figured out how to make it work. we figured it out as we went. I grew up most of my life in Utah, a little bit in Northern California, but most of my life in Utah. But I grew up as a major tomboy. Major tomboy. In fact, I was actually mistaken for a boy for a lot of years in my life. I was playing soccer and my coach forgot the goalie jersey. I was the goalie and the ref just came and said, you know what, son, just take your shirt off and you can play like that. And I was mortified. And that's when I kind of realized that people don't recognize me as a female. They think I'm a boy. I looked like a boy. I dressed like a boy. I acted like a boy. I was super into sports. I was super I wore baggy clothes and big clunky shoes, and I just was 100% tomboy. And I stayed that way through my life, all through, elementary, junior high, high school. In fact, the first time I went to a dance in high school and I wore like a prom dress, my mom cried. I was the third daughter of my parents. They ended up having boys later, but I was the third daughter, and I think my dad was so he would never say this, obviously, he would never admit to it, but my dad was so disappointed that he didn't have a son yet, so I kind of took on that role for him. We watched football together. I'm a huge football fan. We watched football together, we played sports together, all sorts of things. Eventually he got boys, but that was already instilled in me. So the reason I tell you this is because my personality is not at all within the mindset of femininity and beauty and looks and taking care of yourself. Like, I was the stinky kid in class. I didn't like to take a shower. It was bad. it was really, really bad. So I got a job in high school. I was working at a movie theater. I started out in concessions and then graduated to an usher, and then I went to sales, and that was my job all through high school. I did have a little section of time in there where I worked at Chick-fil-A, and Missy, who I think is on here, Missy and I worked at Chick-fil-A together 25 years ago, and we got fired for giving away free food to boys, so that was that experience. But I had that job, then I worked at Chick-fil-A, and somebody else determined whether it was okay for me to work there or not. When I graduated from high school, I decided that I wanted to be a massage therapist, and so I went to massage therapy school, and I discovered that I didn't like touching people. It was bad. People have, in general, not everybody, but when you're a massage therapist and people are there naked in front of you, you realize that people and their sense of hygiene is a little bit different than your own, and I couldn't handle that. So I went to massage therapy school. I'm a licensed massage therapist, or I was. My license has since expired. But I got into that line of work, and then I realized quickly that I didn't like it. After that, I became a 911 emergency dispatcher. First I worked in the hospital, in the emergency room in the hospital, and somebody else, again, I had to work shift work, I had to work nights, I had to work holidays, and it was really, really hard. I had hard things coming in. There was death, and there was drugs, and there was sad family situations, and all of these things that come into the emergency room, and it was really, really hard. Then I became a 911 dispatcher, and that was phenomenal. I loved that. I loved that, but I got pregnant, and I became a mom, and I couldn't do that shift work anymore. It didn't work out for me. It wasn't something that I could do, that I could keep up with. Then so I got into mortgage lending, where I could do that and work from home. I worked for a mortgage lender for a long time, and I did really, really well, but I ended up doing all of this work for other people, and I was processing mortgage loans and helping with the loan application type stuff, and watching these other people, the brokers and the realtors and the other aspects, the title company. I was doing so much work. I was working so incredibly hard, and I was getting a very, very, very minimal hourly rate percentage of the income that was generated from all of the work that I was doing. And I was not okay with that. I felt like this cannot be right. I've got to do something different. I've got to do something for myself. I've got to find something that I love to do, that I feel like I'm valued and I'm of worth of what I'm doing. And I had that concept in my head for a long time, but I needed the security of a continuous paycheck, because of the way we live our lives. We live very, we like to have fun. So we have like boats, and we have razors, and we have camping trailers, and we have snowmobiles, and we have dirt bikes, and we have all of these things. So we live a very active lifestyle with our family, but we have to pay for all that crap. So I had to have something stable financially to help provide for my family. I got into the dental industry and I loved it. I found that like dental industry was my niche. I worked first as an office manager in a dental office, and I loved it, and it was amazing and phenomenal. But I eventually got bored with my position and what I was doing, and again, I fell under that umbrella of somebody else is telling me what to do, somebody else is valuing or putting a value on my worth, and somebody else is determining when I have to be there, how long I have to be there, what I have to do while I'm there, and how much I get paid for it. And again, it was the same mind frame that I had thought years and years before, that this can't be everything there is to it. But I loved what I was doing. So I thought, okay, I just need to switch gears a little bit, and I became an orthodontic assistant. And I was working chairside, and I was doing all of the work, and I loved what I was doing, and I loved who I worked with, but I did not love who I worked for. He was very condescending, he was very mean, he was very judgmental, and he didn't allow me to live my life the way I wanted to live my life. He put very, very strict rules against what we could do in our personal lives, which had nothing to do with work, like piercing my nose, for example. I have a nose piercing. I don't know if you can see that. But eventually, piercing my nose, he was fine with it. I did it while I was working there. He was fine with it. I had had it pierced for months and months and months. And eventually one day, I pierced it in January of 2017. So right when Mascara Artist Program launched, I pierced my nose in April. So it had been 3-4 months that I had had this nose piercing. I wore a mask to work, obviously, because I was an orthodontic assistant. I wore a mask to work. I also put a Band-Aid, a tiny little Band-Aid on top of my nose. It was never visible, and he was totally fine with it until one day, all of a sudden, I was working. He said, you know what, Lanae, and this was at the end of the day after we had been working together all day long. He said, Lanae, you either need to take your nose ring out or don't come back. And I was like floored. I couldn't believe that this person, this individual, my employer, was telling me how I could be as a person and what was suitable for that particular office. Now, as the owner of the company, that's his right, but I felt like I was being suppressed in a way of how I wanted to express myself. At that time, I had already started as a mascara artist. So it launched in January. Heather Freeman and Harmony Buse are sisters, and I'm related to the two of them, and they were posting on their pages that they had started this new thing with mascara. And I had known from all of these experiences and all of these jobs that I had had in my life that I wanted something that I could do myself, that I could be in charge of. I have a photography business, and it's great and it's wonderful, but photography, if you're a photographer, you know that it's a lot of work. It's a lot of really, really hard work. And I love it. I love the actual photography aspect of it. I didn't love the business side of it. I didn't love that in order for it to be worth it for me to do it, I had to charge people these astronomical fees, because editing, taking pictures, editing, culling pictures, it all is a lot of work. And it takes time and it takes effort. And the level in which I was providing that service is at such a point that the value of me of a photographer is costly and expensive for some people. And so I had to charge a lot in order to make it worth it for me, because I put so much effort and so much value into what I was doing, what I was providing, the service that I was providing, that I had to work even harder to sustain that and to keep that. And so I wanted something a little bit different. So enter mascara. Harmony and Heather had posted that they were starting this, and I thought, this could be it. I know nothing about makeup. I have zero background whatsoever in the beauty industry. Remember, I'm a leggings. I wear leggings every day of my life. I'm a leggings and t-shirt, sports bra, and tennis shoes kind of a girl. At this point, I didn't even know how to do my own makeup, let alone my own hair, let alone put makeup on anybody else. I had no idea. I had zero direct sales experience. I had marketing experience from my previous jobs, and I knew a lot about marketing. That was my responsibility, and so I knew that I could do that. And I know that I'm incredibly intelligent. I could figure out the compensation plan, and I could make it work for me. So I thought, okay, this is gonna be it. I've seen these other people join these other companies that are doing really, really, really well. They're making like $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month at these companies, and this is mascara that's brand new. So I immediately ordered my makeup. I got my makeup as I was going out of town. It arrived. It took a long time. This was at the time when mascara was, when you placed an order, if something was out of stock, then your whole entire order would be placed on hold until that item came back in stock, and then your whole order would be shipped. So it took a month. It was the very beginning of January when Harm announced this, and I went and Heather sent me to have her color match me. I ordered my makeup. It took a month because the detail hack brush was out of stock, and so a month later, the very end of February, I finally got my makeup as I was going out of town. I grabbed it from my mailbox. I got in the car. I went to the airport. On my way to the airport, I opened up this box and I thought, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I need to be a part of this. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I've needed for my entire life. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. I have zero background. So I called Heather on my way to the airport and I said, Heather, if this is something that I want to do, what do I need to know? What experience do I have to have? What training, what background? What do I have to know? What do I have to do in order to be a successful mascara artist? And she said, nothing. Just do it. That's all it took. That's all I needed. We get to the airport, we check in, we're sitting down at the gate ready for our flight, and I got on my phone and I ordered my artist kit. We went on our vacation, I came home, my artist kit had arrived while we were gone. And I had announced while we were gone, I had posted on my Instagram page, guys, this is mascara, it's this brand new company, it's this brand new program, this makeup has been around for a while, and I've been watching it and I've been wanting to try it. I decided to jump in to, dive in with this company. Who wants to come and try it with me? And I didn't even know what I was doing. At this point, I still had never one single time had the makeup on my own face. I didn't even know that much. But I knew that there was something. I knew that there was something about it. I knew that if something could make me have all of these feelings when I opened up this box to see how beautiful it was, then it was something that I needed to do, regardless of my experience, regardless of my inexperience, I should say. And so my friend Melissa, who is on here, who I love dearly, 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 who is a self-proclaimed makeup guru, I'll say guru instead of the term that she uses. She is a self-proclaimed makeup guru. She is all about makeup. She is a thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars at Ulta and Sephora kind of a girl. And she called me and said, when you get home from your vacation, I'm coming over and we're doing this. So I get home from my vacation, my kid is here, I call her, I say, come over. I have this box full of stuff that I hadn't even opened yet, and I had no idea what to do with it. None whatsoever. None, like none. I hadn't even watched videos. There wasn't such thing as videos. There weren't all of these, like we had one resource. One resource is as brand new mascara artists, that was the mascara artist page, and we could ask each other questions, but it was brand new to all of us. Nobody knew what they were doing. Nobody knew like the details of the makeup. Nobody knew the troubleshooting. Nobody knew the color matching. Nobody knew how to grow your team, how to become a leader, how to stay a good leader, how to motivate your team. Nobody knew any of that. And I didn't have any resources other than all of these women who were in my same boat who also didn't know what to do. And so the way we learned, the way we found out was jumping in head first and figuring it out, doing the work, putting in the time, making the effort, learning and teaching ourselves, and creating the experiences that we could build on then for later on in our mascara journey. And that is 100% what this company takes in order for, that's 100% what this company takes in order for you to learn and to grow and to have the experiences to rely on to be the mascara artist that your customers need you to be. So we're gonna talk a little bit about, okay, so back to my job. At the ortho office, he said, take out your nose piercing or don't come back. And my response was, okay. I had already started as a mascara artist. I was a month and a half, maybe almost 2 months into it, still brand new, still had no idea what I was doing. At this point, we didn't really even know who our upline was. That was before we had kind of structure and everything. I mean, I had signed up under Harmony, and Harmony had signed up, or under Heather, who had signed up under Harmony. Harmony had signed up under somebody else who was signed up under Rachel Jacob, but we didn't really even know Rachel at that point. And we were all kind of in limbo. Plus Rachel was pregnant and really, really sick, and so she was focusing on that. And so we were kind of just floating around, as many artists were in the beginning, with not really knowing where to go or what to do or how to figure this out. And so I would call Heather and Harmony as my upline and say, okay, what do I do for this? And they'd be like, I don't know, but whatever you figure out, let us know. And then they'd call me and say, what did you do for this? And I'd say, I don't know. I don't have any idea. So we learned and grew together. So I left that job and I decided to dive in head first. Now, that job, having that job played into our lifestyle. I had to provide the same exact dollar amount of money in order for my husband to allow me to not go and get another job. I had to promise him that I would provide the exact same dollar amount contributed to our family budget, which was at a minimum of $1,000 a month. I had to contribute $1,000 a month. For some people, that's small fry. For some people, that's a big, huge thing. That was just where we were at in our life at that time. I had to provide $1,000. And that was the agreement that we made. He said, I told him, I am a mascara artist and this is what I want to do. I love it. I love what it means. I love what this company is. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm promising you that if I can continue to provide that $1,000 a month to our family's income, so that I don't have to go get another job, will you be okay with that? And he said, yeah, absolutely, if you stick to $1,000 a month. And I can tell you right now, from the very beginning, I have never, ever, ever not met that goal. That's not $1,000 in sales, that's $1,000 in income. And I've never, ever missed that. I've never been able to not contribute that to my family, to our finances, even though I had zero experience, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no training, no schooling, no nothing. I didn't know at all. All I knew was that it was something that I wanted to do, something that I wanted to succeed at, and I knew that if I worked hard enough that I could be successful at it. So, what I learned from that is that as I was going, and when friends like Melissa came over, I didn't know what to do. I handed Melissa the box and I said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to apply it. I don't know what brush to use. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this is. I don't know what these colors are. I don't know any of this. Really, Jocelyn, that is 100%. It absolutely was guts, gutting it out, figuring it out, putting in the work, and gaining our own experiences. That's how we found success. Now, success for everybody is a little bit different. Success for me was being able to give that $1,000 a month to my husband. That was my success. That's all I needed. That's all I wanted to do. In doing that, I've been able to grow my team. I've been able to rank up. I'm currently ranked as an influencer. I've been an influencer since January. When the website changed in February, that knocked me down a notch, but you know what? It didn't change my resolve to keep working hard and to keep going and to keep loving this company and to keep loving this product. And that's where it all boils down to. So my whole entire premise for this particular thing, and I have to make sure you guys let me know when I am going way too long. It's been 23 minutes. So my whole entire premise is faking it until you make it, regardless of what that means to you. And making it, or success is gonna be different for everybody. If success to you is having an extra $100 a month to go and spend on yourself, or being able to generate that income to put your kid in a dance class, or to play competition soccer, or if it means that you're making enough that your husband doesn't have to have a second job, or if it just means that it's getting you out of the house to go and do something, to go and have relationships with other women that want the same thing that you do, that want to try this, just to get out of the house, just for that social interaction. If that's what success is for you, that's awesome, and I applaud you for that. That's amazing and that's fantastic, and I hope that you find it. But in order to find success, no matter where you are within that, success is defined as something different for every single person, for every single one of you. It's defined different for me. It's defined different for Harmony, for Rachel, for Sarah Davies, for Kat Fairchild, for Kirsten Tyrell, for Amanda Ernest. Success is completely different for every single person. And whatever success is to you, these things that we're going to go over really quickly are things that are going to help you find that success regardless of who you are, regardless of your background, regardless of your training, regardless of your experience, regardless of your demographic. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter if you're in Utah with 1,000 other mascara artists. It doesn't matter if you're in Kentucky where there's 10, I don't know how many are in Kentucky, but it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter your demographic. It does not matter your age. I have an artist on my team who's near 70 years old, and she does fantastic. It does not matter who you are, where you're at in your life. If you are willing to put in the work and if you are willing to build a foundation for your business, you will find your own success, no matter what that means to you. So, first thing that you have to have in order to find success is confidence. Now, in the beginning, for everybody, in the very, very beginning, if you don't have confidence in your ability, if you don't have confidence in your color matching skills, if you don't have confidence in your knowledge of the compensation plan, if you don't have confidence in how to be a leader, if you don't have confidence in how to grow a team, or troubleshooting skin conditions or problematic skin, or if you don't have confidence in any of those areas, it's okay. That will come. What you do need to have, though, is confidence in yourself, confidence in your product, confidence that what you have is better than anything else on the market. And we all are here because we know that to be true. That's where your confidence starts. That's where you begin your mascara journey as an artist. No matter how long you've been an artist, no matter how many experiences you've had, no matter where you're at, confidence in your product is key. And that's the confidence, that's something that you can rely on. And as long as you have that confidence in your product, which if you're like me, then you're a little bit nuts because you started this journey without actually knowing about the product. I started it because I saw, it gave me all of these feelings. It made me excited, and it made me feel good. It made me, just looking at it, I knew that it was going to be something special. I started with confidence in that, in just that and nothing else. And then it grew to, okay, I did this makeover, and yeah, I totally fumbled my way through it, and I sucked in the beginning, but you know what? It's so easy to wipe off that I started over, and it's okay to do that, and I didn't have to feel bad about myself that I made a bad decision in the beginning because I was able to correct it later. The confidence in that, I was able to build off of until I had the experience to do it. Can I have confidence in the product, but not in me and my ability to learn? I started out without having tried it either. Kenneth, we're in the same boat, and it's okay. It's totally okay. But I'm telling you right now, if you will start with your confidence in the product and your confidence in yourself, if you will use the confidence in your desire to succeed, you use your confidence in your products, you use the confidence in the entire premise that mascara is built to simplify everything, to simplify my life, my time, my budget, my look. I look better than I have in my entire life. In fact, the other day, I don't remember whose challenge it was, but the other day I had to post I think it was Rachel's. I had to post my before mascara, my before product picture with my mascara product picture. And my pictures are probably, I don't know, like maybe 4 years apart. And my before picture, I probably weighed about 50 pounds less. And this picture that was from a couple weeks ago, you guys, the difference is night and day. If you want to see how amazing mascara is, hop onto my Instagram and look at that before and after. You guys all know. You guys all know how amazing this makeup is. My confidence in the product, my confidence in what this makeup does for women, that is what I based my mascara journey on, and that is what I pulled from in order to go from appointment to appointment, from party to party, to have appointments come to me, from makeover to makeover. I pulled from that confidence that it didn't matter that I didn't have the experience. It didn't matter that I haven't been a makeup artist for the last 20 years. It didn't matter that I didn't go to beauty school. It didn't matter that I didn't even know how to do my own freaking makeup before I started this, because of my confidence in this product, that this product can provide everything that any woman needs if she'll allow it. If you will allow yourself to build and to rely on the confidence in that, then you will eventually gain confidence in your training, in your knowledge, in your abilities, in your application, in your color matching skills. All of that will come. I promise you it will all come, but it will only come if you are willing to put in the work, to do the time, to do these trainings. I applaud. There's 120 of you, 23 of you on here right this second. There's 123 of you. I applaud you for being here, for taking the time to learn and to grow. Regardless if I can teach you something, I know that you guys, every single one of you, I've learned a ton from the girls that have already gone, and I know I'm going to learn a ton more from the girls that are going to keep teaching these classes today and tomorrow and all of next week. I know how much I can learn and grow, and the potential to learn even more makes me a better artist, and it builds on that confidence. So it starts with confidence, but once you have that confidence in your product, you have to, in order to build a home, in order to build a structure, a building, in order to build a family, in order to build a business, you have to build on a foundation. So we're going to talk about the 4 pillars of that foundation and how that applies to you in your business, and how you can take that, even if you have a very, very, very enormous lack of experience like me. If I can do this, you guys, if I can be mistaken for a boy because I have short, shabby hair, 0 makeup, I look ridiculous, and I'm running around in the mud and the dirt with a boy, to becoming a mascara influencer in less than a year of starting the whole entire company, then if I can do it, then I absolutely 100% know that every single one of you guys can do it. It only takes the right mindset, confidence in yourself, confidence in your product, and a desire to continue to learn and to grow as an artist. So the first foundation is the love for your product. If you don't have a love and a passion for your product, then that lack of passion is gonna translate in your makeovers. If you don't have a passion for it, and you're like, well, you could do this, or you could do this, or whatever, blah, 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 that's gonna translate, and it's gonna equate to no sales. But if you have a passion for it and you are sharing it instead of selling it, the sales part will come. But if you love your product and you are willing to, regardless of your vulnerabilities, regardless of what you know, regardless of what you think you know, if you're willing to share that with people, your love for it and your passion for it, then that will translate into how amazing this product is, and it will translate into sales. So that's your first pillar of your foundation. The next one is understanding your product. You have to gain the knowledge, you have to gain the experience, you have to work with your product constantly, not only on yourself, but on other people. I have put every single color of foundation on my skin to see what it's going to do. I've put it on my face, I've swatched it on my arm, I put it on my husband, I put it on my kids, I put it on my son, I put it on everybody, because I need to know if I have this client that comes to me and they have a different skin type, different from my own, different from my daughter's or whatever, that I'm not used to, I need to know what to do. I have to train myself, and I have to give myself the opportunity to experience something bad so that I can learn through it. There's a quote that I found that says, we find out what our strengths are by fumbling through our struggles. I had to struggle. I had to do some really hard things. I had to make my husband, who's really, really handsome, but I had to make him look good with the makeup. That's a really hard thing to do. He was clean shaven and everything, but he's old. Relatively old. He's much older than I am. But I had to cover up his fine lines and wrinkles. I had to try to hide his 5 o'clock shadow. I had to troubleshoot all of these things, because I'm gonna have clients that have skin, women that have skin just like my husband. I have to know what to do. I had to teach myself and train myself. I had to get the product knowledge. I had to understand my product. So number 1 is your love for your products, your passion for the products. Number 2 is understanding your product. Number 3 is exposing your vulnerabilities. You have to open up yourself to be vulnerable, especially in the beginning, especially if you're like me without any experience. You have to open up yourself, expose your vulnerabilities to these clients. They don't care whether you know everything. What they want to know is that you're willing to help them figure it out for them. They don't care if they answer you or ask you a question and your answer is, I don't know. Follow it up with, I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna get right back to you on that. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to have all of the answers to find success. You don't have to have all of the answers in order to make a sale. You don't have to have all of the answers ahead of time in order to gain clients that love you and trust you. In fact, the more you expose your vulnerabilities to them, the more they will trust you, because they'll know that you're a real person. They'll know that that, you know what, she doesn't have to know everything, but if she's willing to find out for me, then I'm willing to stick with her and learn this and figure it out with them. So that's number 3, is exposing your vulnerabilities. Number 4, and there is nothing that you can substitute, nothing whatsoever that you can substitute for number 4, and that is to put in the work. You have to do. You have to gain your own experiences. You have to learn from your own experiences. You can ask question after question after question. You can attend training after training, which is all very, very good. And absolutely 100% you should do that. I learn and I grow and I succeed, and I can take other people's experiences and other people's lessons and I can apply them into my hands-on putting in the work. I can listen to Jocelyn McClellan in her freaking fantastic color matching class at Dream and apply those to my hands-on experience makeovers. But if I take that information from Jocelyn and I don't apply it on my own clients, if I don't experience it for myself, then I'm not going to retain it. I'm not going to sustain it. It's not going to be sustained or maintained in my mind. And I'm not going to be able to rely on that as my own personal experience and learn and grow and be able to help my clients from that. I have to experience that on my own. I have to put in the work. I have to have my own experiences on top of other experiences that I'm learning and growing from other people. We all know that when we're starting something new, you ask as many questions as you can, but you will never, ever, ever learn like you will when you have your own experiences. It is so important. It's super important. You absolutely cannot drag a horse to the water. If you do that, and if you have a horse that's thirsty and you're dragging him to the water and you're giving him all the water that he needs, and then you leave and then you come back and that horse is thirsty again and you drag him to the water again, he's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker every single time you do that for him. But if you urge him, if you teach him, if you train him, if you coax him, if you help him to stand up on his own, I was going to say 2 feet, but 4 legs. If you help him to stand up on his own 4 legs and guide him with love to water and allow him to do it himself, then that one time that you're not there, that he needs you, that horse needs you, needs the water, he'll be able to rely on that experience to stand up, to pick himself up and to get to the water himself, and he will be stronger for it. And you will be stronger mascara artists for it by learning and gaining, or by gaining experiences and learning from your own experiences. What else? Where are we at? So that was number 4. So let me just touch on those again really, really quickly. So the foundation for your mascara business is you have to have a love for the products. You have to have a knowledge and an understanding of the products. You have to expose your vulnerabilities in order to learn and grow. And remember, you cannot, you have to find out what your strengths are by fumbling through your struggles. And then number 4 is you have to put in the work. If you're only relying on somebody else's work, if you are an artist who says, let's see, let me think of a good example. Okay, here's one. I have artists, and you guys, the artists on my team, I kind of somewhat feel bad for them, but I don't. I do and I don't. I do because I'm kind of a hard case. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Where when my artists come to me and say, Lanae, will you help me with this color match? I'll say, yep, 100%, absolutely, but I'm not going to give you the answer. I want you to tell me what you would color match them as, and then we'll talk about it. And I will give you my opinion, and then we'll talk about, where it is, and either you can change my mind and help me see something new or something different, or I'll help you see something that I can see. And sometimes we meet in the middle, sometimes they go with my idea, sometimes they go with their idea. But if they were to reach out to me and say, Lanae, will you help me with this color match? And I said, oh, yep, she's amber and linen. What did they learn? Absolutely nothing. They turn around and said amber and linen, but they haven't had to think it through. They haven't had to process it. And so that means that they're going to have to, the next time they have a color match, they're going to send me that picture again, and they're not going to think it through for themselves and say, okay, this person was amber and linen before. I'm just going to ask Lanae again what this person is going to be. And then I don't have to think it through. Well, guess what? That takes up my time and my effort and my whatever, and they're not learning anything, and they're not growing, they're not progressing. So as a mascara artist on my team, it probably drives them crazy, and sometimes it's frustrating, and sometimes it's confusing, and sometimes it's a hard lesson to learn, but my artists are freaking phenomenal at color matching. They are so good at color matching, and they do amazing makeovers because they are forced to put in the work, think for themselves, make the effort, and have their own experiences. Sorry. I also am not one to, Savannah said this yesterday, and it really, really hit home with me, and I thought, yes, that's exactly right. She said, I'm kind of a no-nonsense girl. And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely, that's 100% me. And all of my artists know, don't come to me with an excuse of why you can't do it, because I don't care. I mean, that's kind of mean of me, and I understand that, but everybody has hardships. Everybody has something that comes up. Everybody has something that they are feeling vulnerable about. Everybody has something that they're not confident in, but you're not going to get to a point of being confident. You're not going to get to a point where you learn and you grow and you improve upon your business and you find your own success if somebody else is doing it for you, or if you come up with excuses. And I always say you can either make an excuse or you can make it happen. And I don't accept the excuses. I just don't. I say, okay, I don't care, make it work. If you have an appointment in 11 months when we have conference next year in Vegas, freaking change your appointment. I mean, I'm just kind of that way. And so when somebody comes to me and says, I don't know this, I don't understand this, and they get frustrated and they make an excuse for it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't accept it. I don't accept the excuse. I do accept that, okay, you may not know this right now, but this is how I'm going to help you learn and grow, and this is how we're going to come into a place where you can feel the confidence, and you can build off of that confidence, regardless of what that confidence stems from. Whether it's just something as simple as, I love this product. It doesn't matter if your confidence doesn't come from your experiences yet, because you're not going to be able to draw on the confidence from experience until you have the experience, and you can't have the experience if somebody else is doing it for you. So fake it till you make it. Fake the confidence in what you're doing by building off of the confidence of what you already have available to you. And if it's only something as simple as loving the product, that is enough. You are enough, you are good enough, you are smart enough, you are talented enough, you are pretty enough. You absolutely 100%, for any of you, give me some hearts if you attended Dream and you listen to Allison say, you already are as awesome as you need to be. That has stuck with me like crazy. I don't have to know what the heck I'm doing. That's okay. I don't have to know any of that, because I know, you guys, this makes me emotional. I'm sorry. I know that I'm good enough. I know that I'm smart enough. I know that even if I don't have the experience yet, I can build on it. I can build on what I do know. I can build on my confidence in my product, my confidence in my upline, my confidence in my team, and my confidence that I can learn and I can be damn good mascara artist. And I hope that you guys feel the same way. If you don't, get yourself to that point. Regardless if your end goal is to be, an influencer or above, regardless if your end goal is to have a big team, regardless if your end goal is to generate a huge income, it doesn't matter what you deem successful. It's successful to you, and that's what's important. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna go back through and read all of these comments. I'm sorry. I am seriously the world's biggest boob. And we're almost done. We're almost done, and I'll stop taking up all of your time. It's been, oh gosh, it's been a long time. So Success is not one magical answer. It's a million little things. It's all of those things that we've talked about. So and success for everybody, there's room at the top. There's room at the end line for every single person, for every single one of us. It doesn't matter if you are looking at Kirsten Tyrell, who is the very, very, very tippy top person in our company as an artist. It doesn't matter if you're not at that point, because there's room for you to hold her hand and stand with her at the finish line at the very, very end. There's room for me to do that. There's room for you to do that. There's room for all of these women who are looking for something in their life. They just need you to bring it to them. There's room for everybody. Don't compare and a lot of people say, don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 8. And not only that, don't compare your beginning to somebody else's beginning, because they're totally different. I started the exact same time, within a couple of months. I started in the very, very beginning, not day 1, but the very, very beginning. I started the exact same time as Harmony did. I've known Harmony forever. I have watched her through all of this process, and she has just shot up and shot up and shot up and shot up like crazy. And if I compared myself to her, you guys, that would suck. That would seriously suck. I cannot compare to Harmony, but I don't have to, because I know that I'm good enough, that I'm enough of an artist, I'm enough of a person, I'm enough of, I care enough about what I'm doing, and I care enough about my clients that comparing will only drag me down. It will only bring me farther down, and it would break my heart if I did that. If I tried to keep up with somebody like Harmony or with Savannah Polson, who the two of them are constantly the highest sellers in our company. If I tried to keep up with that, how discouraging would that be? I mean, it would be awful. That would be, I would have quit. You just cannot do that. You cannot compare yourself to anybody else, no matter if you just started, no matter if you started a year ago, a year and a half ago, no matter if you have been doing this for months, no matter what. I actually have an artist on my team, one of my very, very best friends, who last week she called me, and she has an artist in her graphical downline. And she said, and she's been an artist for several months. And she signed up this artist, her cousin, in her downline. And this artist underneath her sales have been phenomenal. They've been like really, really good. And my friend, she said, I'm trying so hard to not be discouraged, that I've been doing this so much longer than she has. And her sales are right here and my sales are right here. And I said, you know what? It doesn't matter. You cannot compare. You cannot compare, because you don't know how much time and energy she's putting in to her business. You don't know what kind of what she's doing day in and day out. You don't know what her demographic is. You don't know how many other artists are right here in her neighborhood. She lives in Utah, and this artist on her team does not. And there's a lot of artists around us. A lot of us have mutual friends, mutual acquaintances that follow multiple people. In fact, this girl that I'm talking about, this artist that I'm talking about, she's one of my very best friends, and we have lots of very, very best friends. And so all of our friends together, some of them are going to be buying from me, some of them are going to be buying from her. You cannot compare your story to somebody else's, no matter where you're at on your journey, because we all start at the same place. Even somebody like Kirsten Tyrell, who had 400 artists in the first month or whatever, I don't remember what her number is, but you cannot compare your story to somebody else's, because it will do nothing but bring you down. It will do nothing but discourage you. And so write your own story, make your own chapters, make your own book, because your book with you at the head is better than anybody else's book. There is another, let me see if I can find it. Oh, so Nike, you guys, I love Nike. Like I said, I'm a leggings person. I will live in Nike day in and day out. But Nike has a new ad that there has been a lot of controversy. But part of this commercial that I saw the other day, it said, don't think you have to be like somebody else to be the best at anything. Which for me, because Harmony is right here. I mean, there's, my sister-in-law is right in between Harmony and I. But Harmony is mostly who I go to for my questions. If I were to compare myself to Harmony, I wouldn't be able to be my best me. I would lose myself. I would get so discouraged. Don't think you have to be like somebody else to be the best at anything. Harmony is amazing at being harmony. I am amazing at being me. You are amazing at being you. So please don't forget that. Our job is not to sell makeup. That's not what we're here for. That is the, what's the word? I don't know what the word is. A benefit, an added bonus, I guess, the income of what we're doing here. Our job is to help women remember what it's like to feel good about themselves. And when we do that, the sales will come. I'm a firm believer that we are absolutely born and placed on this earth in order to gain knowledge, to learn and to grow and to have experiences. And as an added benefit of that, we get to have these relationships, build relationships with people and maximize our talents. And we can only understand joy and complete happiness if we also experience sorrow and loss. We can only understand and appreciate success if we experience failure. We have to fail in order to learn and to grow. We have to fail in order to find our successes. Otherwise, what else? I mean, what does success mean if we don't understand failure? How are we going to understand success? You don't have to love the failure. You don't have to look forward to it. But if you'll accept it, if you'll take it, and if you'll learn from it, and if you'll apply it, then you will grow so much more from it, and you will find success so much more beyond what you ever could have imagined. You will end up being a better mom, a better wife, a better daughter, a better makeup artist, a better person, a better neighbor, a better everything, if you will take your failures and learn from it and turn them into knowledge and turn them into your experiences and turn them into what you need to build your confidence on as a mascara artist. And once again, we find out what our strengths are by fumbling through our struggles. So, faking it till you make it. Build on whatever you have to build on. Build on whatever confidences you have already. Because you're here, because you're a mascara artist, I already know that you're confident in your product. You're confident in this company. You're confident in what it means for you, and you're confident in what it can do for you and what it can do for your clients and your friends and family. You already have that confidence. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be here. You wouldn't still be a mascara artist. So build on that confidence until you gain the confidence from your experiences. So, your homework. This is your homework. Your homework is to do a makeover. You need to post on your whatever platform you're using, whether it's email or Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is. Either post or email or call your people, your clients, whatever. Make your own graphic. Not one that anybody else has made, but make your own graphic. My experience has been that when I use graphics or pictures of my own face, and it's not just my experience, it's like tested through my algorithms in my Instagram, through my, I don't know what they're called, the statistics or whatever. My own pictures get more response, get more comments, get more likes than any other pre-made graphics that I could post. My own pictures do the most good. So that's what I'm actually gonna make your homework be. I want you to post on your Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is that you use, a picture of your own face, make your own graphic that says, "Can I borrow your face?" And you have 24 hours to do this. And then, so in that 24 hours, whether you're going to them or they're coming to you, you are doing a makeover for the pure sake of getting in more practice time. Not to make a sale, not to make a new client, only to do a makeover, just to do a makeover, just to have the experience, just to have more of a foundation or a base to grow your business on. So, your homework, thank you, Erin. So, but that's not the end of it. That's only half of it. So the first part of your homework is to post on your page that you, your own face, make your own graphic that says, "Can I borrow your face?" And what you need to post here in the comments on this is that person that you've done a makeover with, a selfie with you and that person together. So you have until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning or 11 o'clock tomorrow morning to do it. If you don't have an actual existing potential client, do it on your neighbor. Everybody has a neighbor. Do it on your child. Do it on your husband. Do it on your grandma. Do it on your employer. Do it on your friend. Do it on whoever. Can I borrow your face? And then post your selfie of you and your makeover, and that's what you're gonna comment in your, that's what you're gonna comment on in the homework here. So, Amy, how can we do a makeover when we don't have our kit yet? Okay, if you are brand new artist and you have not yet received your kit, this is what I'm gonna make your homework be for you. If you already have your kit and you're just too scared to open it up, which happens, it happens, I know that it happens. Some artists have their kit for months and months, weeks and months or whatever before they're brave enough to open it up. If you have your kit, if you've been an artist for longer than 2 weeks, then you have your kit. If you have not yet received your kit, then I want you to post your graphic of, I'm a brand new mascara artist, I want to borrow your face, and I want you to screenshot the responses of those who are willing to come over and allow you to borrow their face, okay? So that's just for those who don't yet have their kit, okay? Everybody else that has your kit, anybody that's older than 2 weeks as a mascara artist, everybody else, yeah. So Nicole, so you only need to do one post, only one comment, and depending on if you're a new artist or if you're have been an artist for longer than 2 weeks, you only need to post. Kimberly, I don't care about excuses. Don't give me an excuse. You can make it work. Everybody can make it work. So when you say I can't, I absolutely 100% know that you can. No matter what, you can. You're not going to be at work for the next 24 hours unless you're a fireman or work in an oil field or something like that. And if that's the case, then that means that you're just not entered into tomorrow morning's giveaway, but you are still entered into the end of the beauty school, the grand prize giveaway. So, do you want our face in the first one or a graphic? Okay, so I think I'm totally confused, everybody. So your homework is to post, can I borrow a face? But what you need to comment on here to achieve your homework is a picture of you, a selfie of you and the person who you did a makeover on. That's all. So comment on here. Nope, you can't use, Jesse, you can't use an existing picture. It has to be a brand new picture. Des, I'm at work for 16 hours. It'll be done. That a girl, Des. That's what I love to hear. You guys, don't give me excuses. Tell me solutions. Tell me how you're going to do it, because I know you can. Every single one of you can do it. I know you can. If I can do it, you can do it. I know you can do it. So is there any way, any questions I need to answer about homework? Curious, what colors are you rocking right now? Rachel, I gotta think. I use Goddess. I have like major skin damage, sun damage, age damage, because I grew up in an era that sunscreen sucked. Nobody liked it. Instead, I lathered on the baby oil. And so I have a lot of sun damage. So I use Goddess first to cover up all of my dark spots. And then Mango is my all-around color. And then I put Linen right down here, kind of on the bridge of my nose out to the side. And then I used, today was Astoria contour. Okay, anything else, guys? Honestly, curious, what colors are you rocking? Wait, for new people, we have to make the, okay, so Lynn, for new people, you have to make the post and you have to screenshot the responses from those who are willing to come over. Screenshot and post in the comments here, Sally Sue, who says, yes, you can borrow my face. Screenshot that and then post it in your comments. What else? Can we do this with our kids' daughters, or is that cheating? Brenda, if that is your only option, then it's your only option. But if you're willing to put in the work, if you're not, and this is overall in general, you guys, if you're not willing to put in the work, then you're limiting your growth. You're limiting your potential. You're limiting your own successes. So if using your kids because you're scared to go ask somebody else, then you're only putting that on yourself. So my recommendation is to not use your kids if you have another option. If you are, if you live down in Utah County and you're stuck in a fire because Utah is on fire right now and you have nowhere else to go and you have nobody that can get to you and you can't get out and you can't do anything, then yeah, use your kids. But if there is any way whatsoever that you don't have to do that, then don't do it. Don't make an excuse. Just get out and do it. You're not going to learn. You're not going to grow. You're not going to progress if you keep those limits on yourself. expose your vulnerabilities, you guys. Expose yourself to be willing to learn and to grow, and that's how you do it. That's how you succeed. That's how you get better as a makeup artist, is by bucking up and say, you know what? I might not know what I'm doing, but I'm damn well willing to try. Yes, Ginny, picture with them by tomorrow morning. If we don't have our kits and you take a selfie with the person, we can do a makeover. No, Tammy, so if you don't have your kit yet, then you most likely can't do a makeover on somebody. So what you're gonna post is the response that you get. So you're gonna post, can I borrow your face? If you're brand new, if you don't have your kit yet, that means you're brand new. And and so what you're gonna post is, I'm a brand new mascara artist. My kit is on the way. When my kit gets here, I need somebody to borrow their face. Can I borrow your face? You're gonna post their response. But if you already have your kit, then you're gonna post a picture of you with your makeover client. My hubby's getting a makeover tonight. That's awesome. Hi, Kirsten. I love your face. Do you want a ooh, gross. No, I don't drink Coke. Ugh, that sounds nasty. I'm addicted to, I'm on keto. I do keto. So this is my Orange Julius. I drink Orange Julius's for my sugar fix because I hate water. That's awesome. Tiffany, I love it. I'm not taking no for an answer. Takes 5 minutes to make a graphic out of a 15-minute break. Oh, I love, 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 love that, Hillary. You don't have to do homework, but a consequence is not calling for it. Yes, Erin, that's exactly right. I might do, okay, what else? Any questions? I'm trying to find any questions. Natalie, that's exactly right. This experience, or this assignment totally works. It works every single time. And it works if you've been a mascara artist for the last 18 months. It works if you've been a mascara artist for the last month. It doesn't matter how long you've been going. I frequently go back to, can I borrow your face? And every single time I get new clients and I get new sales from it. Every single time. It's going back to the basics, going back to the foundation of what I'm doing, and it works. So if you will just do it and not make excuses, just do it. Get over your insecurities, get over your worries, get over your fears. Push that aside, even if you're faking it, you guys. Fake it. Fake it till you make it. You don't have to have the confidence in your abilities in order to succeed. But if you don't open up and create opportunities for your own experiences, then you won't learn and you won't grow. You have to do it. Des, it's so good. It's super easy. It's frozen orange juice, a cup of almond milk, and vanilla and ice. That's it. It's amazing. How about a Sunkiss? Caitlin, you know that I'm addicted to Sunkiss, but I haven't had one in a long time. Okay, anybody else? Any other questions? I think that's it. I'll go back and read through these questions. Let me know if you have any questions. You can keep posting here. I'm super excited to see your makeovers, your finished makeovers from your Can I Borrow Your Face graphic. Thanks you guys so much for letting me ramble and rant and cry to you. I'm really, really sorry that I'm super emotional. That's ridiculous. But thank you for your love and your support and everything. Let me know if you have any questions, and you guys have such a good day. Don't forget to pop on at 1 o'clock this afternoon for Louisa. It's gonna be amazing. You do not wanna miss Louisa. I absolutely love her. She's gonna be amazing. Get your homework in 24 hours. Make sure you get your homework for the last couple of classes done. And you guys are so awesome, and I love you lots, and have such a good day, and I'll talk to you later.